Hey there, still May 31st, 2015. Just saw another article I want to go over real quick. This one from Yahoo News. It says here, WatchDog says ex-Nazis got 20.2 million in Social Security. Wouldn't be Bush's friends and business partners. Anyway, Washington AP, in a forthcoming report triggered by an Associated Press investigation, the top watchdog at the Social Security Administration found the agency paid 20.2 million in benefits to more than 130 suspected Nazi war criminals, SS guards, and others who may have participated in the Third Reich's atrocities during World War II. The report, scheduled for public release this week and obtained by the AP, used computer processed data and other internal agency records to develop a comprehensive picture of the total number of Nazi suspects who received benefits and the dollar amounts paid out. The Social Security Administration last year refused AP's request for those figures. The payments are far greater than previously estimated and occurred between February 1962 and January 2015, so some of them are very, very recent, when a new law called the No Social Security for Nazis Act kicked in and ended retirement payments for 4 beneficiaries. The report does not include the names of any Nazi suspects who received benefits, but apparently some of them are still living. The large amount of the benefits and their duration illustrate how unaware the American public was of the influx of Nazi persecutors in the U.S., with estimates ranging as high as 10,000. Many lied about their Nazi past to get into the U.S. and even became American citizens. They got jobs and said little about what they did during the war. Yet the U.S. was slow to react. It wasn't until 1979 that a special Nazi hunting unit, the Office of Special Investigations, was created within the Justice Department. Democratic Rep. Carolyn Maloney requested that Social Security Administration's Inspector General look into the scope of the payments following AP's investigation, which was published in October 2014. On Saturday, she said the IG's report showed that 133 alleged and confirmed Nazis actively worked to conceal their true identities from the U.S. government and still received Social Security payments. I have a feeling they might have had some help from the U.S. government. Anyway, we must continue working to remember the tragedy of the Holocaust. We need to continue to question the Holocaust and hold those responsible accountable. I think we need to hold those responsible for the Holocaust hoax accountable. Maloney said in a statement, "One way to do that is by providing as much information to the public as possible. This report provides some clarity. AP found that Justice Department used a legal loophole to persuade Nazi suspects to leave the U.S. in exchange for Social Security benefits. If they agreed to go voluntarily or simply fled the country before being deported, they could keep their benefits." The Justice Department denied using Social Security payments as a way to expel former Nazis. By March 1999, 28 suspected Nazi criminals had collected $1.5 million in Social Security payments after their removal from the U.S. Since then, AP estimated that the amount paid out had grown substantially. That estimate is based on the number of suspects who qualified in 3 decades that have passed since the first former Nazis, Arthur Rudolph and John Avzej, signed agreements that required them to leave the country but ensured their benefits would continue. The IG's report said 5.6 million was paid to 38 former Nazis before they were deported. 95 Nazi suspects who were not deported but were alleged or found to have participated in Nazi persecution received 14.5 million in benefits, according to the report. The IG criticized the Social Security Administration for improperly paying 4 beneficiaries $15,658 because it did not suspend the benefits in time. The report also said the Social Security Administration properly stopped payment to the 4 beneficiaries when the new law banning benefits to Nazi suspects went into effect. The agency did, however, continue payments to one suspect because he was not subject to the law. Alright. The Social Security Administration did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but in informal comments to the IG, the agency and the Justice Department said the pool of 133 suspects included individuals who were not deported and may not have had any role with the Nazis. The Justice Department requested the report only include the names of 81 people it had provided to the IG and who it had conclusively determined to be involved in the Nazi persecution. Efrem Zuroff, the head Nazi hunter at Simon Wiesenthal Center in Jerusalem. Didn't even know there was such a thing. Said the Justice Department did what it was necessary to get Nazi suspects out of the U.S., but it's a travesty, he added, that so many of them ended up keeping their benefits. The issue is the principle here. Do you sign deals with the Nazis to get them out of the country? He said Sunday. The Department of Justice said yes, but who wants to think that taxpayers' dollars went to people who served as guards in camps? On the other hand, the government was trying to maximize what it could do with the tools they had, which is utter bullshit. They were just, when people found out the government was harboring Nazis, they couldn't just sit back and do nothing. So they just had to act like they were doing something to get them out. They couldn't kill the Nazis because they had deals with them, and they had to keep paying them. So, I mean, it's pretty clear. Now, I didn't mean to cause anybody like any emotional trauma when I said the Holocaust was a hoax, because surely lots of Jews died in the Holocaust. I wasn't calling it an outright hoax, like nobody died, nobody got hurt type of hoax. I'm saying the hollow hoax is something you need to look into, because if you think that everything went down at Auschwitz like they have told you, then you are sadly mistaken. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to go over that article real quick because I find it very funny that, you know, watchdogs are finding out that ex-Nazis got so much money in Social Security and money. These are Prescott Bush's friends, you know, the Bush family friends. All right, guys. Take care. Just wanted to go over that article with you.